clout is more addictive than any drug sold on that Silk Road site. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way. Ayy. So, I checked out the film Silk Road. It was directed by Tiller Russell. It's about the true story of Ross Ulbricht, the man who created the dark net website Silk Roads. Silk Road was the internet's first black market that was online that became a multi-million-dollar market for illegal drugs. I read an article about Ross Ulbricht, and it seems that the movie was on point with how his story went down. Ross Ulbricht created Silk Roads to be a free open market without any government rules, regulations, or interference. It operated on Tor, a network that encrypts data and conceals IP addresses. Tor concealed the site's IP address so buyers and sellers could browse the site anonymously without being monitored. Bitcoin was used for all of the site's transactions. Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a public log called the blockchain, but buyers and sellers could process transactions and avoid linking their identities to their online wallets. The Silk Road website was operational from 2011 to 2014. In March 2013, the site had about 10,000 products for sale by vendors. 70% of those products were drugs, and they were slanging just about every drug known to man on that site, from weed to heroin. Items you could pick up at Walmart were also for sale alongside fake driver's licenses. Anything that would harm or defraud others, such as child porn, stolen credit cards, weapons, and murder for hire, was prohibited. Buyers could leave reviews on the site's forum, which gave people info on the best sellers and who was scamming. The site provided info to sellers on how to vacuum seal to hide their product scent so packages could avoid detection from drug-sniffing dogs. The movie highlights how the police were detecting drug packages with X-ray detection and noticed packages with the Silk Roads camel. And that's what really set off their investigation. In real life, the IRS linked up with the FBI and accused Ross of being the mastermind behind the site after they connected his old username from when he first created the site to a forum post he made asking for programming help. In that post, he gave an email address which contained his full name. Damn, he was slipping. In the film though, they found his IP address and linked his purchase of fake passports to him. The movie was pretty on point with how they arrested him though. They caught him slipping in a public library after they distracted him and grabbed his laptop to stop him from encrypting or deleting files. The FBI later shut down the Silk Roads website, but a month later, former admins launched the site Silk Roads 2.0. But that site was shut down and they got booked too. Before the trial, they offered him a plea deal of a decade-long prison sentence, but he decided to take the case to court, where he was convicted of conspiracy to traffic narcotics, money laundering, and computer hacking by a jury in February of 2015. Prosecutors also alleged he tried to get 5 people whacked by putting a bag on them because they threatened to expose Silk Roads, but no murders happened, so he wasn't charged. The movie showed the assassinations he paid for as DEA agent Ross, messing with him on the Silk Roads website with fake accounts so that he could finesse some money out of him. Before sentencing, he sent a letter to the judge explaining how Silk Road was supposed to give people the freedom to make their own choices, but he admitted he was in the wrong. The judge showed him no mercy and sentenced him to double life in prison plus 40 years without parole. The FBI later exposed that over 1 million transactions were processed on the site, and Silk Roads had earned the equivalent of 183 million in Bitcoin, which the government seized. Nick Robinson was dope as Ross Ulbricht. He did a good job showing how badly Ross wanted to be successful. You can tell Ross was a smart dude who was creative but took the wrong path. He should have thought of something legal to focus his time on. In the film, Ross's girl saw trouble coming from a mile away and got away from him. But he thought he could outsmart law enforcement with his knowledge of technology, but clearly he ain't realized the police have top of the line tech experts too. In the film, Ross Ulbricht gains the attention of DEA agent Rick Bowden, who's played by Jason Clarke, an old dude that's 9 months away from retirement. His co-workers want him to kick back and relax until his time's up, but he still wants to be in the game. And he goes out of his way to find Ross. Money is tight with his fam, so he finessed bitcoins from the site and Ross so that he could use the money to get his fam straight. Later on, this led to his arrest. Ross basically created an eBay for illegal drugs, but I would say it was all that clout chasing that got him caught, because after he reached out to that blog Gawker that published that article about his site, yeah, it boosted up his popularity and sales, but it also caught the attention of the DEA. He should have just made a couple million and then shut it down, because I don't know if he got greedy, he actually thought he was doing the world a good service, or if he was high off of his site's drugs to think that he could run a multi-million-dollar illegal business long term. If that was the case, he should have just kept it low-key like street dealers do. He had to keep everything a secret and didn't know who to trust. He couldn't have any face-to-face interactions with any of his business associates, so it was easy for DEA agent Rick to make fake accounts on the Silk Road site and gain his trust, and also finesse him with lies and fake assassinations. Ross was right when he said making small talk with your pot dealer sucks. Buying cocaine on the streets can get you shot, but buying drugs on the internet like socks and light bulbs is a safe option. Buying drugs on the internet could help end the war on drugs on the streets, but on the flip side, his unregulated site gave minors the opportunity to buy drugs as long as they had access to bitcoins. The site also fueled people's drug addiction since they didn't have to leave their homes to get their fix. I bet people were also tempted to try new drugs and experiment based off the reviews that they read on the site's forum. Poor people addicted to drugs probably flooded the site as well and sunk into a deeper financial hole. Not to mention all the health issues and death that drugs bring. This crazy true story about Ross Ulbricht gets 3 mics from me. It was educational and all the characters played their roles well. For a 2-hour flick with no action, I was entertained throughout. Let me know what y'all thought about Silk Road in the comments below. It's free for y'all to support the channel by hitting that like button and subscribing too, so make sure y'all do that. And I'm gonna get up with y'all in the next video, alright? Holla at me. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way